Hello, everyone, and thank you for being here. Let me take you into a journey of life and love. My mother looked at me, but she didn't really see me. Her eyes were empty. This woman gave me life, taught me to walk and talk. Yet now, I was a stranger. She asked softly, "Who are you?" My heart broke. How do you grieve for someone still alive? How do you choose between the woman who raised you and the woman you love? That was the terrible choice I faced. My mother's name is Lily. She was the best mother anyone could ask for. Her smile was bright as the sun. Her hands were always busy with love. She cooked wonderful food and made our small house feel warm and safe. My father died years ago, so it was just me and my mother. She was my rock, my comfort, my world. Then she got Alzheimer's. The disease was a silent thief. Every day it stole a piece of her. It took her memories, her laughter, and the spark in her eyes. I watched her slowly disappear in front of me. She lived with me and my wife, Sophie. At first, things were okay. My mother had good days and bad days. On the good days, she was herself again. We laughed and shared old stories. Those days gave me hope. Maybe she would get better, I told myself. But soon the bad days came more often. The good days became rare. She grew confused and scared. Sometimes she shouted for no reason. She didn't mean it. It was the illness speaking. But it still hurt deeply. I became her parent. I dressed her, fed her, and watched her constantly. She needed me like a small child. It was exhausting and heartbreaking. Sophie was kind and patient at first. She tried to help and comfort her. But after 2 years, I saw the tiredness in her eyes. Our house stopped feeling like home. It was filled with stress and sadness. We never went out anymore. Friends stopped visiting. Life was on pause. One evening I came home from work completely drained. The house was a mess. My mother had emptied the bookshelf. Books everywhere. She sat in the middle of them, singing an old childhood song. She didn't even notice me standing there. Sophie was silent in the kitchen. She was standing by the window, quiet and still. She wasn't crying, but her face showed sadness. She looked so tired, so lost, so done with everything. That night, after my mother fell asleep, Sophie spoke to me. Her voice was soft, but serious. "Daniel, we need to talk," she said. I knew this moment would come. I had feared it for a long time. She said, "I love your mother, you know I do. But I can't do this anymore." Her eyes were full of pain. I could see how much she was hurting. She said, "This is not a life. We're not living, Daniel. We're just surviving. I feel like a prisoner in my own home." Her words cut deep. Sophie gave me a terrible choice, a choice no one should face. She said, "I'm exhausted. We have to find another way. Maybe a care home for her." The words hit me like ice. A care home? It sounded so cruel. I said, "Sophie, I can't do that. I promised her I'd always take care of her." It felt like breaking that promise would destroy me. Putting my mother with strangers felt like betrayal. Tears filled Sophie's eyes. "What about us?" she whispered. "What about our life?" "Is it already gone?" "I'm losing you, Daniel. You're always tired, always sad. The disease is taking you too." She was right. I was losing my mother, and now maybe my wife. I felt trapped between two worlds, my past with my mother, my future with Sophie. I didn't know what to do. My heart was breaking for both of them. The next few weeks were awful. Our house was quiet and cold. Sophie and I barely spoke. I tried to care for my mother even more. I wanted to prove I could handle it, but I was completely exhausted. No one can do this alone. One day my mother was having a very bad day. She was angry and scared. She refused to eat. She threw her plate on the floor. She started to cry and called out for her own mother. It broke me to watch it. I held her, tried to calm her. She pushed me away and shouted, "Leave me alone!" "I don't know you." Those words, they cut like a knife. My own mother looked at me with fear. To her, I was a stranger trying to hurt her. I went to my room and cried. I cried for the mother I'd lost. I cried for the man I was becoming. Later, while looking in the closet for something, I found an old box. Inside the box was a photo album. I sat on the floor and opened it. There were pictures of my mother when she was young, beautiful and full of life. One photo showed her holding me as a baby, looking at me with pure love. Another showed us at the beach. She was teaching me to swim, fearless and smiling. That was my mother, the real Lily. I took the album to her and sat beside her on the sofa. I opened it gently. "Look, Mom," I said. "This is you." She stared at the pictures quietly. I pointed to one of my father. "And this is Dad," I said softly. She looked for a long time. Then a small smile appeared on her face. She touched the picture with her fingers and whispered, "My husband. He was a good man." My heart jumped. She remembered. I turned the page and showed her a photo of me as a little boy. I asked, "Who is this, Mom?" She looked at the picture, then at me. Her face grew confused. The moment was gone. She closed the album and slowly walked away. That brief moment gave me a new kind of pain, a painful kind of hope. It showed me she was still in there somewhere, trapped inside a broken mind. It made me miss her even more. That night I talked to Sophie again. "You're right," I said. "We can't go on like this. It's not fair to you or to my mother," I finally understood. My mother needed more help than I could give her. I wasn't a doctor or a nurse, just a tired son trying his best. The next day, I visited a care home. It was the hardest thing I've ever done. The guilt was heavy, but the place surprised me. It was bright, clean, and kind. The staff spoke gently to the residents, calling them by name. I saw one woman helping them with a puzzle, smiling as she talked. They weren't just patients. They were people, treated with care and respect. I made my decision. It was painful, but I knew it was right for everyone. Sophie and I told my mother she'd be moving to a new place, a safe one. She didn't understand, of course. The day we moved her was terrible. She was frightened. I felt like the worst son in the world. But Sophie held my hand. We were a team again. I didn't abandon my mother. I visit her every day. Sometimes she smiles and holds my hand. Other times she doesn't know who I am. But I stay anyway. I tell her about my day. I read to her from her favorite book. My life with Sophie is slowly coming back. We talk more. We laugh again. The sadness remains, but the endless stress is gone. We are beginning to heal. I've learned how to grieve for someone who is still alive. You grieve the memories, the moments, the person they once were. But you keep loving the person they are now. My love for my mother hasn't changed. Only the way I show it has. It was the last, hardest lesson she ever taught me. I hope this session was helpful. Please like and subscribe to our channel for more such interesting stories. Take care, everyone.